I literally got beaten by a wild monkey in China. How to prove why your supermarket tea bags are a total scam, and hunt down the secret birthplace of real tea. Guys, I'm still at hotel and I must record this right now. Forget overcrowded tourist traps like Zhangjiajie. Welcome to Mount Wuyi, this hidden fairy tale land which is basically the Bordeaux of tea. Drinking tea here isn't some snobby ritual, it's the ultimate key to unlocking real China daily life, where you get luxury tea experiences completely for free. During peak season, this place honestly blows Zhangjiajie out of water. Way more culture, zero crazy crowds, and so much more to actually do. Here's a dirty secret big tea brands never want you to know. 90% of those Western tea bags are just industrial tea dust. But up here, in this misty red cayenne cliffs, red whole leaf tea tastes like pure natural honey without a single grain of sugar. Our journey starts deep in Tongmu Guan, a mist-surrounded valley sitting over 3,000 feet up in Mount Wuyi. This place used to be completely off limits, and even today, humans have only explored about 30% of it. Scientists are discovering new plant and animal species here all the time. To even get in, you have to pass through an active security checkpoint, show your ID, and sign an official entry agreement. Before we even saw a single tea leaf, the scenery blew my mind. It looks like a living, breathing Chinese ink painting. Lush bamboo, forests, hidden valleys, and crystal clear streams. This exact valley is the secret birthplace of all black tea on Earth. I went to see the ancient mother tree cluster of Lapsang Shuchong, the very first black tea in the whole world. That means every single cup of Earl Grey or English breakfast you have ever drunk traces its root back to this plant here. This valley works like a massive natural greenhouse. Moist ocean air gets trapped between these massive red sandstone cayenne cliffs, making it basically the Napa Valley or Bordeaux of tea. Right near the ancient mother tree, I spotted this adorable little monkey. Naturally, I'm thinking, wow, how cute, this is gonna be the best clip ever. Wrong! Out of nowhere, this tiny terrorist lunged, grabbed my thigh like it owes him money, and beat me twice in under 5 seconds. I screamed like a startled goose, and my friend sprinted over like a superhero, while the monkey casually bounced back into the trees like nothing happened, probably laughing at me. I just stood there in complete shock, holding my leg in total disbelief. And I headed straight to the local clinic for a rabies shot and the full protocol. There was no blood, but I wasn't taking a single chance with a wild animal. So take it from me. Wild mountain monkeys are cute right up until they decide your leg looks like an afternoon snack. And admire them from a safe distance. They have zero respect for content creators. And please show my poor traumatized leg some love with a like and subscribe. It went through way too much for this video. Crazy monkey attacks aside, tasting the whole tea leaf right at the source was unbelievable. Naturally sweet, zero sugar needed, and you can re-steep the same leaves 5 times. Besides instant tea, Mount Wuyi's nature is absolute top tier. If you want a secret, uncrowded alternative to Zhangjiajie, this hidden paradise has a unique red rock landscape with winding rivers you won't find anywhere. This is actually my second time here. Last year I took a traditional bamboo raft down the Naiben River, and drifting down those winding streams where every single turn reveals a new cliff feels like floating right inside a landscape painting. The raft guide tells you ancient legends, and time just flies by. If I hadn't been ambushed by that monkey, I was planning to go hiking tomorrow. There are so many gorgeous trails here, and the air smells like a fresh tea leaf the whole way. Whenever you need a break, gorgeous tea rooms are everywhere. I used to think some tourist spots in China lacked design, but Mount Wuyi must have hired a master designer. The second floor of a random coffee shop looks stunning. Every hotel has a luxury tea lounge, and my $30 a night guest house tea room looks like this. Even if you wander into a clothing boutique to buy a shirt, the owner will invite you to sit down at a handcrafted tea table for free tea. You don't spend an extra dime. Wherever you go, locals just pour you free tea. Besides black tea, you have got to try rock tea or yancha. It's basically the most expensive tea category in China, growing right out of solid rock crevices in a tiny 72 square kilometer zone, very much like fine wine terroir. Making it is brutal. I visited a traditional tea roasting room. It kept at a blistering 131 degrees Fahrenheit. Even with exhaust fans blasting, it was still 130 degrees. I could barely breathe and my phone overheated and shut down. Stepping back outside into 95-degree heat felt like walking into an air-conditioned room. Locals describe the taste as 岩五花香, the rock-solid strength of the cliffs mixed with subtle floral aromas. It totally lives up to the hype, and if you ever come to Mount Wuyi, you have to try it. This time I also had an experience that completely shifted my perspective. Most people assume matcha was invented in Japan, but over 1,000 years ago, ancient Chinese masters created a whipped tea ritual that makes a modern iced latte look basic. Long before matcha became a global trend, tea masters in Song Dynasty created Dian, whisking micro-ground tea powder into a rich, velvety white foam. Watching that foam build up is a pure ASMR bliss. When a master whisked the tea to perfection, it created a sound resembling wind whispering through pine forests. That velvety pure white foam represented ultimate purity and moral character, showing Chinese aesthetics at its finest. This is also why tea is such a huge doorway to Chinese culture. It's tied to everything. Back then, Danxia was an elite flex for high officials and monks, used during royal banquets or even when celebrating a new head abode. And if you want to try the best tea or upgrade your daily tea game, please purchase a plane ticket to China. Here is a super easy 3-step cheat sheet. Step 1. Buy whole leaf, never tea dust. If it looks like black powder in a paper tea bag, hard pass. Step 2. Look for authentic origins. Just like fine wine, every tea type has its ultimate terroir. China officially categorizes tea into 6 major families: green, black, oolong, white, yellow, and dark tea, and each one has its legendary home region. Want Longjing green tea? Get it from the West Lake in Hangzhou, and if you want rock tea, it has to be Mount Wuyi. I'll put a quick reference chart right here on screen for you. Pro tip: if you are visiting China and want a souvenir to bring back, tea is hands down your best bet. It's lightweight, super easy to pack, uniquely Chinese, and tastes way better than anything in a Western grocery store. Step 3. Nail your water temperature and steep time. Temperature is key. Green and white teas love cooler water around 165 to 185 degrees. Oolong and black teas prefer it hot at 195 to 200 degrees. Keep your steeping short. 1 to 3 minutes is plenty because nobody likes bitter tea. Don't throw those leaves away either. Good Chinese tea can be re-steeped 3 to 5 times, and every single cup unveils new layers of flavor. And lastly, no sugar needed. Traditional tea is naturally smooth. Alright, that's a wrap. I really hope my monkey by sacrifice was worth it and gave you a good laugh or gave you something new. Let me know in the comments if you'd visit this hidden paradise over the super crowded tourist spots. Hit that subscribe button for more honest China decoders, and I'll catch you in the next hidden corner, hopefully with 0 monkey bites.